After clearing customs and immigration in Kasane, we're on our way again. We're following the mighty Zambezi River, the fourth longest river in Africa and the largest to flow into the Indian Ocean. We're flying to Livingstone, Zambia, named for the explorer David Livingstone. On approach, we see the spray from Victoria Falls. On a still day, the spray can reach over 2,000 feet. We land at Nakatindi Airport. The new terminal just opened. Elijah, our guide, meets us and takes us to Sanctuary Mosi-oa-Tunya. No tents tonight. We're sleeping in tree houses instead, and each with a beautiful view of the Zambezi River. There's just enough time to explore the river a little before the sundown. The river is at half flood, and the trees are partially submerged along the banks. The hippos are starting to come out to graze. Time for sundowners. Elijah positions the boat for an unobstructed sunset view. Smoke in the air makes for interesting colors. Then back to Mosi-oa-Tunya for a very nice dinner. We have to admit we're a little tired, but this is a great place to recharge. No early morning game drive today. Instead, we're going to explore Victoria Falls. David Livingstone was the first European to see the falls in 1855, and he named his discovery after Queen Victoria. Now this group of intrepid explorers follows in his footsteps. The fall's indigenous name is Mosi-oa-Tunya, the smoke that thunders, which describes the roar of the water and the spray that obscures the falls most of the year. The spray makes for great rainbows and even moonbows on clear nights with a full moon. You can get really close to the edge. Through the spray, you can just make out the knife edge bridge, and beyond that, the railroad bridge. There are baboons looking for tourist handouts and discards. No question, the falls are impressive. This is our third visit, once at high water, once at low water, and now halfway in between. From experience, we know if we go too much further, we're going to get very wet. An entrepreneur is renting rain gear. This is Bernard's first visit, and we encourage him to follow the trail, at least to the start of Knife Edge Bridge. While we wait for Elijah and Bernard, we find some birds to photograph. And a nice viewpoint looking down the second gorge to the railroad bridge. They make it back, more than a little wet, but happy. Then back to our tree houses and lunch. So how did this place get the name Mosi-oa-Tunya? Elijah points out these statues and explains that Mosi-oa-Tunya were David Livingstone's loyal servants during his expeditions. This afternoon we're visiting Nakatindi Village, which gets philanthropic support from Mosi-oa-Tunya Lodge. The village population is about 6,000 people, and 744 kids attend the primary school. One way the lodge supports the village is small business classes. This woman is cooking catfish to sell at her stand. A daily task is carrying water from the central well. We say goodbye to the enthusiastic kids and head back to our very different world, just 4 miles down the road. Now for some downtime, followed by dinner. In the morning we pack up and check out. But before we leave, we're going on a game drive in Mosi-oa-Tunya National Park. It's a small park on the banks of the Zambezi. You can see the spray from the falls. We see a lot of the usual inhabitants of a riverine environment. Elijah checks with the rangers and takes us to see the rhinos. These are very special rhinos. In 2010, only one rhino was left in Zambia due to poaching. The African Wildlife Foundation arranged for 4 rhino from South Africa to be brought here. Since then, 4 baby rhinos have been born. That makes a total of 9 rhino in all of Zambia. And we're looking at 5 of them right here. A special ranger unit protects the rhinos 24 hours a day. The bad news is they don't run away from people now. But for us, it's a thrill to approach these animals on foot. Unfortunately, it's time to leave the rhinos and head to the airport. There's much more to see in Zambia.